Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 144 of the Matt B Files, coming at you from the outdoors, the great outdoors of Yotsuya, Japan, Tokyo. This is, of course, the podcast that broadcasts Tokyo subculture. And we have this beautiful late October, perfect Canadian-style weather. And I thought, what better way to introduce today's guest than to have a wander around my neighborhood after the sun has set and introduce Adam Jang. Not a Yang, as many of us like to say. Adam Jang, who is, of course, whose brainchild is a project called YETI, which is a heavy rock, ZZ top, balls to the walls, four on the floor, rock and roll project that he's been working on and promoting, first in Vancouver, but as we discuss in this podcast, like me, he is a Canadian refugee, if you will, who couldn't quite get what they wanted out of Canada and got the hell out. Of course, I came to Japan 13 years ago, and Adam has been living and working sort of his own self-prescribed lifestyle in Thailand, Vietnam, and occasionally in Japan. So today we talk about that. I'm actually going to be joining Adam on drums for his Tokyo tour. And we can check that out at YETIRocks.com. We're going to be playing at Bauhaus in Roppongi. We're going to be doing a Halloween show on October 31st in 2019. Of course, I'll be playing a song by them towards the end of this introduction. So if you like what you hear and you hear it at the right time, why not come and check us out? That's YETIRocks.com. Or you can also visit my website, MatthewPMBigelow.com, to get further details on those dates. Just let this car go by. Oh, it's stopping? Is it going? Is it stopping? I think it's stopping. The thing with walking around with a microphone, everyone treats you like the freak you're meant to be treated as. Thank you, egalitarianism strikes again. So, a couple of things. It's the end of October, and we got the Rugby 2019 World Festival going on right now, and I live right next to the stadiums there that a lot of these events are taking place at, and a huge typhoon hit central Tokyo and canceled a bunch of the fucking games. Millions and millions of dollars just flushed down the toilet, literally. But a good thing, though, is that usually Canadians don't care about rugby so much, even though we're pretty strong, being a Commonwealth nation. So the Canadians were in town, and the town that they were staying in got hit by a typhoon and destroyed everything. And they couldn't play the game the next day. There was just no way to play. So instead of bitching and moaning, what these guys did is they went out and helped with the cleanup operations. And you got these bulking 6'4", 6'5", 200 centimeter tall, huge guys in these areas that are mostly filled with old people, and they managed to assist with the cleanup efforts there, and that came back on me. Some of the people I work with know that I'm a Canadian. I don't promote it, I don't hide it, and they're like, "Man, that was moving. Thanks, Canada." I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." So even though those guys couldn't play their games and try to get the cup, hopefully they got their brains fucked out by some of the local girls. At least they could help with cleanup operations and distraction away from the Trudeau administration and get their brains fucked out by local girls. We can all dream a little dream. One other thing is that near the stadiums where all these rugby games are being played is a new emperor is being coronated, and I live near this huge, it's like a guest house, but it's like a castle. It's called the Geihinkan, and it's where a whole bunch of foreign dignitaries come and stay. I think Trump stays there when he's in town, and I'm not going to get Trumpy on here, but all of these places are around the town, and they host royal visitors. I think when Mr. Bonesaw, MBS, Bin Salman, was from Saudi Arabia, he stayed at this place too. So it's a massive network for royalty, which is kind of interesting to see when you live near a royal building, like the kind of industry that's involved with royalty. And one of the interesting things is that because of this emperor in Japan who has abdicated from the throne, he's having a new guy come in, and we're all going to be celebrating. I'm not, but they are all the new emperor. And so all of these families from around the world that have royal families are in town. And we always think about like the, England royal family, the Spanish royal family, your typical royal families. But there's these cars escorting these royal families, and you see weird countries like the Kosovo, like the princes of Kosovo. So there's all these other places around the world that have royal families, and I guess they just tax the shit out of their citizens, and which gives them access to royal events around the world, which kind of goes to promoting their own standing within their own society. Yeah. We went to the royal coronation in Japan and witnessed the new emperor there. Well, let's turn on this. Let's get some more audio. There we go. A little puttering scooter. An old bicycle. Yeah. So, anyways, it's kind of interesting because on one hand, you got all these rugby fans in town, and obese Scotsmen wearing the rugby uniforms, drinking at pubs and screaming at the TV. And then you walk across the block, and you got chauffeurs driving around royal members of the lesser-known world. So there we go. That's going to be today's introduction. So this is Matt Bigelow on location in Yotsuya, Japan. Signing off. We're going to go to a YETI song when we come out on the other side. We're going to have this fantastic pocket. We had a great time, actually. And as we age and as we get older, we can see changes in the trends of music. And we kind of grew up at a time when there was a music industry. Now there is no music industry, so you kind of have to create your own. So in this podcast, we focus on creativity, creating your own scene, and marketing your own ideas using your own thoughts and ambitions. Thank you for listening. Let's tune in. Let's listen to some rock and roll. This shit is fun as fuck to play. We went out yesterday after rehearsal the second time, got pretty hammered, ate a lot of chicken, and I think we're starting to sound like a band, which is good. So let's get this going. That's YETIRocks.com, MatthewPMBigelow.com. If you're interested in this type of music, come see us at the various gigs we're playing around Tokyo at the end of 2019 in Tokyo, Japan.
Working in a warehouse, getting nowhere. I don't like my boss, he don't like my lawyer. He says that I'm lazy, tells me that I'm worthless. Seems criticizing me is his only purpose. There will be one night that I see Laying at the moon, taking over midnight. Looking over my shoulder for a nocturnal dogfight. This could be the night that will take me away. I could cross that line into a world of decay. All it takes is one little moment in time that could change the whole world, make it stop on a dime. So I push my luck, just roaming the streets. It's a night on the town, it's the nature of the beast. You may say that I'm nuts, but justice was found. It's the things that I do on a night on the
Did you know fucking people drink maple syrup to give them diarrhea on a fucking detox? That's a thing.
No.
Yeah, I was like, no, pancakes, Sunday morning, right? That's what maple syrup is for, right?
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
whiskey maple syrup in the fridge.
That's pretty sweet.
That's good.
But you don't guzzle it and give yourself
No.
diarrhea. They
Instead
take-
of having an apple pie, I just put a little apple juice in there and then on ice.
That's pretty good.
Down it goes.
That's all you got, liquid apple
Don't-
pie.
There's no diarrhea section to this thing that I'm talking
No,
about.
it's such a fucking wonderful, pure thing, maple syrup. And all these fucking hippies are now being like, no, you take chili flakes and vinegar and the maple syrup and whatever else, and you just drink cups and cups of this shit and make yourself shit.
Every idea they have is terrible.
Ah, what the fuck's that gonna do?
What? This is what I would do.
What?
Oh, man. Yesterday we had so much whiskey. I'm feeling pretty hungover. Why don't I fry up a pound of bacon and drizzle it with maple syrup with some fried eggs?
Right on. Okay.
That would be that.
Okay.
That's the end.
That's it.
That sounds pretty good to me.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the whole idea of trying to mix it with vinegar, and
no, I'm just
chilies
getting to like
and
just
chili-
drink it, man. And it's
it's
just like
pretty
phew.
expensive.
Yeah, it is too.
So what do you go back? 'Cause this is your mystery thing. I don't know. Are you like a wandering Jew?
Kinda.
So-
Shalom.
Shalom, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
Yes. So what? When did you leave Vancouver for good?
It's been 3 years.
Did you look back?
Not really, no. I call my grandma sometimes and check on my cat. That's about it. Yeah. Email my mom. That's pretty much it. Right there.
And where do you wander to? Like, what are your patterns? Because you come from a lineage of Chinese pirates and Portuguese pirates.
Yeah, I haven't made it over to Europe yet, but
So that means you kind of have lanes that you travel in, you know.
well, basically what I've done is
Genetically.
I've created a circuit from Vietnam to Thailand to Japan, and I just go around playing wherever they'll have me until I run out my welcome, and then I go on to the next place. But I've been doing this now for a while. Now I've got the tour circuit set up where I'm selling tours to other bands, and that's how I'm able to live.
How do you sell tours to other bands?
Bands contact me to say, hey, I want to fucking play. I want to play in front of a whole shitload of people like you're doing. I want to be able to come out to fucking Tokyo because it's a privilege and an honor to go and do so, to go and play music for the Japanese people. And I'll be like, okay, motherfucker, right? You want to come over and do that? It'll be X amount of dollars for this much work, right? If you want to go here, here, and here, it'll cost you this much. I'm not pocketing tremendous amounts, but the rate is fair. If you'd like to inquire, simply message me on Facebook at adamjang.334 or email me adamjangofficial@gmail.com or visit our website www.yetirocks.com and find me through there. But basically, it's the circuit from South to North Vietnam, from Saigon to Hanoi, from Bangkok to Pattaya, which is not a great distance.
No, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
But entirely different places at the same time.
Yeah, one's full of hookers and one's full of hookers with penises. And then Tokyo.
Roll the dice to find out which one is which.
It doesn't take no dice, bro. But and then Japan, I'm working on breaking into Osaka and Nagoya. We hit Nagoya last time, but this time we're just playing Tokyo. And I'll be back in February. We'll be expanding the circuit that way. And what I've been doing is I get in contact with other agencies, companies, labels, etc., who want their growing artists to be exposed to more people so that you take bigger, better videos in front of a big crowd. Playing in front of a big crowd or having even pictures of you playing in front of a big crowd does a lot for your fucking social media and all that other stuff.
It's crazy how important that's become, eh?
Yeah, it's fucking retarded, man. Back in the day, it was
stupid.
not like this at all.
No.
It was a much simpler time.
It was like just like an extra thing that would be part of your image. It wasn't your view count or your
dude, when I started
Instagram followers. Like I still don't think of it as important, even though
Yeah.
I know it is. I don't really do any of it. But before going on to the social media, what type of tours are you talking about? Like 1 week tours, 2 week tours?
It depends on
How do you get in front of a bunch of people? Are you talking about in Vietnam and Thailand, and do the Vietnamese and the Thais still go to shows en masse and things like that?
dude.
Yeah.
There's no ticket sales at most of these places. They just have people come in. The bar will pay the band. Not a lot of money. You'll make about with the exchange rate, it's about $150 a night. But you're living off of $10 a day, so it works out. If you play 10 shows in a row and stay for a month, you're still okay. You can float. But
are the bands doing this like serious bands, or are they just like a bunch of guys that want to go on vacation while playing music? Or
I'm getting aspiring people who are having a very difficult time in the place they're in. Right now, there's a band called Super SJT. They're from New York City. And they're in New York. It's a very, very tough market, right? To break in. They're a young band. They haven't been able to do a lot. They want to do a lot. And they basically are paying me my expenses plus my rate to go and open up for me on my next tour in Vietnam, Thailand, Japan. And I'm booking 3 different countries. So that one's going to be like the biggest job. The one I did before was an old dude from Australia, Alex Taylor. And he brought a bunch of dancers and had some kind of a 60s dance floor show. And that was only in Vietnam, and that was only 2 weeks. And I'm also working with another band, and I forgot their name right now, but they sold 300,000 albums last year in Spain. Right? I'm an asshole because we're live, and I don't want to look through my shit, and I have a terrible memory, guys.
Right, whatever.
Yeah, but they want to come to Japan next year and stuff, and in exchange for me booking them a tour, I didn't charge them money because they're doing well, and I want to open up for them on some of their bigger shows and stuff in Spain.
What type of band?
It's rock.
Rock?
Spanish rock. It's like, modern Spanish rock, so like not Santana. Like not the Dorian mode with bongos, but it's good proper rock, right? Not Ricky Martin, horn section, not Santana bongos, right? But it's good shit.
All right.
Yeah. Mainstream hard rock kind of stuff is what they're doing. And so that's how I go and do things right now. And by doing that, I'm expanding my fucking self and my booking business and my band into different markets. And so I'm trying to get into America and Spain right now. It's pretty much what I'm going for.
Be comfortable. So then where does Japan fit into this?
Japan's like the big golden egg that everyone wants to play, right? It's got this mystical thing to it. And I'm not saying that's true or false. It is what it is. Like, if you're not from Japan, playing in Japan is a big deal.
Everybody wants to come to Japan.
Yeah, everyone wants to come to Japan.
They got a strong brand as a country.
Yeah, and everyone wants to bang Japanese girls. Come on, man.
I married one.
It's there you go. I can't say a lot about it, but it's all good, you know. But yeah, Japanese women are fine. It's and like the lifestyle here is good, right? And you want to go and look at all the like the robot cafe and stuff. In terms of tourism, it's cool, right? And if you have Japan on your resume, like I've played Japan this many times, I've been invited to go and play here. I've done all that kind of stuff. Like Baja's got in contact with us. And they said, I want you guys to play here, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They contacted you in Vietnam or in Thailand? Like out of the country?
I was in Vietnam at the time, but I was talking with other people, and people were vouching for me who go and play at Baja's and stuff. So then they contacted me. So we're doing all right? So as if you have that kind of stuff on your resume and shit, I shouldn't say resume. Like, what is it? Like gig history.
Gigstery.
Gigstery. Yeah, if you got that shit on your gigstery, then you're good, right? Yeah. And then you can go and use that to get better things. You can go up the ladder that way. It's not like today's industry is all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to
I'm in my like mid to late 30s, so I grew up with in an era with very strong control. But there was a hierarchy there, but it's nothing at the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's all messed up now, right? So you gotta fucking build yourself up independently. You are your own record label, right?
Yeah.
So the more shit that you have to say that you've done, the more weight that you carry in negotiation when you're talking to other fucking bands and other things, right? Like fucking when we're playing, we got like the headlining slot at most of the shows on this tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's because it's like, hey, well, you know, I'm fucking Mr. Big Shot. Checking me out, right? Look how many people I played to. Look at my live videos. Look at my fucking awesome music video. Look at how many times I've been in Japan. All this stuff. Baja's is sponsoring this. Oh, by the way, shit, blah, 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 blah. And
awesome.
That will get you in.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, man. It doesn't mean fuck all, right? But
I know.
Yeah.
I just always have been like, okay, these are the songs I gotta learn. Okay, I'll go to the studio and learn them. And
it's cool.
Yeah.
And it's like Matt's a pocket drummer, by the way, which is fucking rare.
Thanks, man.
It's rare these days to find that. You either get fucking the indie homo drummer like that plays like a girl and just plays a lot of fucking tinny snare hits and shit like that,
or like the type of the drummer that does like the boots cuts boots cuts boots cuts.
Yeah, the polka guy.
Cuts. Yeah.
Or you got like fucking blast beat guy, which just plays like right, like fucking cookie monster. You want a cookie? Right, like that. A guy, right? And so there's so yeah, pocket drumming's fucking hard to find again, right? I'm a big AC/DC guy.
Yeah,
I love AC/DC.
I was trying to go for some AC/DC style drumming when I was practicing for your songs, but
Sick.
I learned to be a pocket drummer by playing klezmer music for 5 or 6 years.
What is klezmer
It's
music?
the Jewish music. The music of the Jews.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Like at bar mitzvahs and shit?
we would do some weddings. It was like a Tokyo project.
What?
Yeah. We were called the Dead Sea Dropouts. We kind of had to quit because we got old. But I had to play acoustically with a violin, and so I had to play my violins. My audio had to be less than the violin.
Okay.
On an acoustic cajon.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So that's how you become a pocket drummer, though. Is that if you can realize that my notes are below the sound of a violin, then you're kind of focusing a lot. You know? Yeah. So and we were doing all these crazy time signatures and 7/8 and stuff like that. 16
in Jewish
11.
music.
Yeah, it was all Jew stuff.
Heb rock.
Heb folk, man.
Dig it. All right.
It was pretty crazy. But that's how and so a lot of those musicians, if you're playing acoustically and folky, just being busy makes it intrusive.
Yeah.
But when you have a whole bunch of amps and everything's electric,
Yeah.
being busy gets covered up by the amount of bass volume and guitar volume and
shit
stuff
gets
like
lost.
that.
Yeah. The
so-
intricacies get lost in there.
But anyways, thank you for saying that I'm a pocket drummer.
You're a pocket drummer, man.
Fuck yeah.
Playing pocket pool.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
So how many shows are we playing on this tour?
Just 7.
7.
In and out.
In and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of Vietnam a little early because I didn't renew my visa in time, and it was going to cost me $200. So I decided just to come a week earlier.
I was going to ask about that. So
Yeah.
now that you've given up on Canada,
Yeah.
shithole Canada,
Shithole Canada.
how are you organizing your visas then? If you're not going back to Canada a lot, and I assume you're not like me, who has a day job, who has people sponsoring my visa here.
No.
So then what's going on?
Well, fucking, you don't need a visa in Thailand and Japan. You just can't stay for more than 3 months. And then Vietnam, you get a 3-month visa for $25 at the airport.
So you just every 3 months you go to the airport and get a new visa?
Oh, just fly somewhere else. Fucking play there. Because like 3 months is more than enough to be able to start something or do a fucking tour. Way more than enough.
And how is the lifestyle associated with this?
Depends, right? Because like I make enough. I get the Western rate, right, for a lot of fucking things, in terms of me being paid. But for things that I pay for, I pay the, what other people are paying, like the local rate and shit.
Wow.
So-
this really is white privilege.
Yeah. So like in Saigon, for
banana.
example, I am the king banana. Yeah.
yeah.
The golden banana.
Golden banana.
There's actually a gay sex club in Bangkok called the Golden Banana.
Blech.
Oh yeah, there
Have you
you go.
been?
Oh fucking! I wanted to play there. I wanted to headline the Golden Banana. They wouldn't let me in. But
Does that stuff ever get boring? Like when you're in Bangkok, or you're like, fucking soy cowboy. Do I really need to go there again?
it becomes sad, man. Right? It's like it's like going to the zoo. All right, like if
Right.
this is really bad, but whatever. Like fuck you if you get offended from this. You
Yeah,
probably
go
fucked up.
fuck yourself.
You probably fucked
I'm not
off like a
offended.
while ago. If you
I'm not
fucking into it.
offended.
No, about 5 minutes. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago, like, I'm triggered. Right? Like,
Yeah.
But it's like it's really sad. It's like going to the zoo. The first time you go to the zoo, right? And you're fucking as an adult, you're walking around, you're looking at the monkeys. Ha ha ha! It's funny. Look at the monkey. Like, ha! Look at the panda. Ha! Look at the stupid fucking monkeys. Ah, all right, yeah. Fucking, oh, you want money? Okay, no, fuck off. Ah, that's funny. Right? Bar girl comes up to you. Ah, okay, yeah, right, all right. Grabs your dick. Okay, that's fine. And then you go again and again and again and again, and it's just like, you sad little monkey fucker, you.
Wow.
You sad little fucking bitch, because it becomes pathetic, right?
Yeah.
And it's and then you look around, and it's sad on both ends of it. Like on one end of it, it's sad. Like the little fucking underage girl is blowing dudes for fucking $10 a night, probably, right? What it comes out to, lives in a small room with no air conditioning with like fucking 8 to 10 other fucking girls.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hard living, right? I would like fucking that's hot. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's pretty much prison, and you're forced to go work and stuff, and you owe X amount of dollars for the room and the food and shit. So if you're ending up having to fuck for free basically, and you get caught up in this fucking circle.
Wow.
And then used up, tossed out, and a new one comes in from a small town. And then it's sad on the other end of things because it's like some old fuck who cannot get laid and cannot get anything at home and shit, comes over, spends his whole pension, pretends to be a big shot and stuff to go and pick up the young hooker girls who don't want anything from him at all. It's just a negative experience. The entire thing's a negative experience.
So then how did you escape that then?
Oh, I don't escape it. I fucking play in the bars that are around it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see it as well.
Yeah, I see it every night when I go and play. It's all over the fucking place.
Have you thought
man.
about getting some of those girls in your band as dancers?
I have thought about raising my ticket sales by getting them to sell tickets for me so they don't have to prostitute themselves, and instead they just bring in people and I'll give them the ticket money.
You were telling me about that in a message.
Yeah.
Actually, do you do that? Do you hire-
Occasionally.
Occasionally?
It's fucking, because you can't do that a lot, right? It fucking pisses off some people.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
now you're a rival business taking the cute girls.
Well, she should have been working for this guy, right? But then, instead she came over to me for that time, and now this guy's all mad at me, right?
Right, he's a pimp.
And it's like he's a little 4-foot pimp with a little fucking penknife, right? But
Yeah.
it's
You still don't want to fuck with him, though.
no, you don't want that around you, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to watch yourself all the time with that. So
It's
like,
so different because in Tokyo we have like sex districts as well. But
yeah,
it's-
they're
it-
awesome.
It's so completely. It's not like a wild west with.
No, it's regulated to fuck, man, right?
It's insane. So when I hear about like Vietnam and Thailand and all
Yeah.
those places, like it's in the region of Japan, but they're so different from each other.
They're hugely different
Yeah,
from each
they're-
other,
they're
man.
Different places.
Yeah.
entirely. So then you stay in like Vietnam. Where do you go in Vietnam?
I have this big condo. I pay $200. It's huge.
Is it on the ocean side? Or is it in the
No,
city?
I'm in the city for right now.
Which city?
Saigon, Ho Chi Minh.
Saigon, Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
And then what's the touring schedule like? Like what's your music lifestyle in Vietnam like?
Right now it's slowed down, so I only play on weekends, and it's enough to pay my rent and my food, and that's all I want to do. Because it's like if I got to stay there for 3 months at the time, I don't go hard. When I go to Bangkok, I'm playing almost every night, and then when I come to Japan, I'd condense the tour to like a week, and then in and out, because it's the most expensive city over this way.
It's expensive and there's not much of a payoff in terms of music.
No, well, unless you do a lot of ticket sales before doing that, right? And there's really two ways about doing that, right? And you're not going to make money at the end of the day. It's you hire pros who have a following here, or you basically pay people to come to your show, right? Which
Yeah.
is something that I'm not really into doing either of those things. So
They're kind of skeezy options. Talking about regulation, right? The wild west for
Yeah.
whoring is a little bit dangerous, but for music, it's actually pretty fucking cool because people
Yeah.
just come in and spend their money.
yeah.
But the regulation aspect in Japan on music is actually very detrimental for just people who want to go out a few times a month and play.
Yeah.
But you're always up against this just massive walls of regulation in terms
Yeah.
of rules and things like that.
Yeah, apparently the locals here, they got to pay for the room to even perform and shit. I mean, like, I don't think so, right? That's stuff I don't really want to do. So,
It's because they hire a whole bunch of people that graduate from audio schools. So they have very professional audio people there with audio degrees. So if it's just come in and play as you like, it kind of nulls the audio degree contract.
yeah.
And so to keep that pipeline open, I think that the audio schools feed into the live houses in Japan. And then there's more of a business relationship between those two than between bands and the live houses.
Yeah,
Anyways.
definitely.
So what are some of the key differences then between Vietnam and Thailand in terms of rock and roll and playing music and bands and the culture and all that?
Thailand's very accepting to Western rock music, and it likes that kind of stuff. Vietnam, they don't know what the fuck it is, right? There's if you do like a big like yeah thing, I'm the only dude in that country, I'm positive, who does that.
Yeah, you do the wailing.
Yeah,
you could do one right now.
Yeah, right. Like I'm positive I'm the only dude who does that in Vietnam, right? Because like when I do that, and like first big show I did there was a New Year's Eve show,
Yeah.
and it was like I get on stage and I go, yeah, how you motherfuckers
That's
doing?
fucking awesome
Yeah,
what you just did,
yeah.
man.
And then
That's
like
awesome.
and then people are like just looking at me, like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Right.
I had this girl over, right, and like it wasn't a paid girl, it was all good, and I was taking a shower. And I was like, okay, I got to play tonight, so I got to warm up my vocals a little bit, right? So I did the yeah, right, in the bathroom. She runs in and says, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah. What are you doing? I was singing. It's okay. I'm just warming it up. They've never heard that.
Wow.
The closest thing to heavy metal that they've heard is like rock ballads from the '80s. So "Sweet Child of Mine," stuff like that, right?
Because Vietnam is really closed to the world in many ways.
It's communist as fuck, right?
Yeah.
They regulate shit too, and like I'm personally getting uncomfortable living there myself. But for the time being, that's just how it is until I can.
Why? Why are you
widen
getting
my base.
uncomfortable? I thought the Vietnam was the place to be.
It's not necessarily the place to be, but like it's I got to get in and out, right? Of everywhere I go. I can't overstay and overexpose myself, right, to something. Now, given I make a lot of money there, but as you do that, okay, here's why. I make 1.5 to 3 million dong a night when I play in Vietnam, right? Yeah. Dong.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what translates to about
You suck that many dongs?
that many dongs. What translates to about $200, right? Like it's on average is what I'll make on the night, which to a Canadian musician is unheard of. Because Canadian musicians don't make money at all.
Yeah, there's that joke of the $5,000 worth of gear to travel 500 miles in a $50 car to make $5 or something.
Yeah, something. Whatever the fuck it is.
Those,
That's how it goes, right? So I'm making good cash over there that way.
Is that $200 for the whole band, or is it
not from me?
Just for you?
Yeah. So,
and then they have like a house band that plays with them. It gets paid separately, or what?
Well, I bring in my guys and I pay my guys out as well, right? But I'm still taking the lion's share of my stuff, right? Sure. And a Vietnamese band will make 500,000 dongs, 500,000 dicks, which is $50, dude, for their whole band.
So is it just because you're a foreigner?
Yep, and it's because I know how to market and I know how to actually bring people to a show, right? Unlike the other people there. But as I do that, it bothers locals, right? It bothers the local scene. So I came in there originally, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10 in popularity, a 5. And people would come to my show because they'd be interested in seeing what the heck it is. Over a year, I built myself up. So I was playing big shows, festivals. I did the Harley Davidson Festival last year, did all these fucking things, played in front of a shitload of people outside, big stages, stuff like that.
1,000, 10,000?
Say a couple thousand.
That's good enough.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And there were like bikes riding around me on stage and stuff. It was fucked up. There was like pyro they didn't tell me about and fucking blew up in front of me, right? Yeah. So like whatever, right? So like we had a good time. And then the following year, I was playing large clubs still and doing that stuff. Still playing the occasional big show. And this is the 3rd year now, and I've started to wear out my welcome.
What do you mean by that?
And in the sense that a lot of the bars that were catering to rock music are no longer doing that. They're playing Macarena disco dancey things because Saigon is becoming more of a tourist attraction for middle-aged white women.
The worst.
Yeah. Middle-aged white women. The middle-aged white men go to Thailand to go get fucked. The middle-aged white women are like, no, I want to go and see Asia without the hooker thing in my face, so they go to Vietnam.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so because of that, you get like celebrate good times, come on, be gay and fat, middle-aged white woman, and then you go and like the Macarena and all this other fucking stuff, right?
I never thought I'd let you live with a bit on my side, right?
Yeah, being a middle-aged white woman,
just a big fag. Hey,
yeah, man.
We're the fags.
Yeah.
I want to dance with the fags.
Yeah, that whole thing. That's what they're doing, and it's ruining that scene. And then on top of that, you got bands who are pissed off at me for coming in and taking the cash, which is fair, right? I'd be pissed off at me too, doing all that kind of stuff. So
Got my money.
So they're cool if I come in for a bit and leave. So that's what I got to keep on doing. Or playing on weekends and stuff is fine and all that. But
How do you know that you're wearing out you're welcome there? Like, what are some of the signs where you're like, oh shit, I got to get out of here?
well, for example, like when I first came here and stuff, I would make good business relationships with all the owners of all these clubs, and now they're gone. They're fucking leaving or quitting or selling their venue to a different owner. That
The
owner
Macarena
doesn't.
song.
Yeah, and that owner doesn't know me, right? And that owner only goes off of how many white women are coming in the bar to. Well, I shouldn't say white women, but how many fucking people are coming into the bar to buy drinks and stuff. Who buys the most fucking drinks on is the vacation
Yeah.
middle-aged
Black
white woman.
people.
Yeah. Who are coming in there just spending dough on the Western prices for beers. $5 to us for a fucking beer is normal. $5 to a fucking Vietnamese person is insanity. They were like, fuck, that's my food for the fucking day. Kiss my
Yeah.
ass, right? So so like that's why it's starting to do that. And I don't want to say I'm starting to make enemies, but I'm not making friends, right? From doing all that stuff. But it's okay to keep this going, play a little bit, just collect the cash and stuff, and play on weekends, and bring in other bands from other countries who want to go and play to a large crowd. I still have contracts with all the venues outside of Saigon that have a lot of people come in for their events. I can still get them placed in those places and stuff. So it's still important for me to go and keep appearances up and still rock there occasionally. But to do it hard and play every day and shit and be like a Vietnamese band, I don't really want to do that. I'm also being seen and recognized as a Vietnamese band in certain areas of the world. And again, I don't really want that, right?
Yeah, because like
So-
if it said your face because you're an Asian looking
Yeah,
fella, right? And if
yeah.
it says from Vietnam,
Yeah.
I would just immediately go, oh, that's a weird looking Vietnamese.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
right?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be like, oh, that guy is obviously from Vancouver and is establishing himself in Vietnam.
No,
You
no,
know,
exactly.
Why would any regular person walking past a poster think that way?
Yeah, exactly. And when you look at my fucking website and you see the gig history on the thing, like in the last 3 years, 2/3 of the fucking shows have been in Vietnam.
Are the Vietnamese thirsty for this hard rock that you're offering?
They are at the rock clubs and stuff, right? But you go and show up at the Macarena middle-aged white woman dance party and fucking play there, they're not gonna like it.
No.
And a lot of them don't. Again, a lot of them don't understand it. Like the yeah thing. Like no one gets that, right?
Right.
They're like, in what the fuck is this? Whereas in Thailand, it's like, oh, okay, I know AC/DC, I know Guns N' Roses, right? I've seen all that stuff, right? And they're actually more progressive and pretty much on the same par as we are in Canada and America with the death metal and black metal scene and all that shit, right? So it's pretty modern over that way and stuff. Same with Japan, right? They understand the whole screamy thing. Most Japanese rock singers I've seen are terrible. Just to be fucking
Yeah.
honest with you, they're fucking terrible.
They're not very good.
No, even singing in Japanese,
I
they're
wonder if
fucking
it's because
terrible.
everything is so safe. Like I was at the music studio practicing YETI songs earlier
Yeah.
today, and just everybody under the age of 30 looked like they'd never seen a bad day in their life. Like their fashion is
Yeah,
perfect.
man.
They're
Yeah.
perfectly shaved,
Yeah.
and they got brand name bags and brand name guitars,
Yeah.
and they're going into these soundproof
Mom and
studios
dad bought
where
him a Gibson custom shop, right?
no one,
Uh,
no one can hear them, and it's. I wonder if that affects the way that they eventually start singing.
Here's why. Okay?
Oh, okay, I got
All
it.
Like, get fucking
ready.
Japanese guitar players.
ready, Yeti.
Japanese guitar players, amazing.
Yes,
Kick-ass fucking guitar players.
yes.
Bass players, I've seen some too. They're pretty fucking kick-ass. Drums, for the most part, right? Like pretty good.
Pretty good. I know a lot of
good.
technical players, but sometimes like the way they play doesn't jive well.
No,
you
but
know?
they're not
Yeah.
playing hard, right?
Japanese jazz drummers. Now you're talking.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. For anything sophisticated, right, and all that fucking stuff, right?
Intricate.
Yeah, fucking kick-ass fucking players for that stuff. But for fucking meat and potatoes, loud shit, they don't do it. Here's why. You have to fucking, like, if you want to be a loud singer, let's just do singing right now. You want to be a fucking loud singer, right? And do the screamy fucking stuff. The only way that you're going to be able to do this, is if you fucking sing loud every day for many hours a day.
Right.
You cannot do that in here in Japan. You cannot be loud.
No, it's a quiet place.
Thin walls and everything like that. You'll get noise complaints and shit.
Yeah.
You have to put in 1,000 hours of singing at least to be able to fucking do the screamy rock vocals. I've seen some great pop singers where you're doing a lot of, again, like intricate fucking melody lines and stuff, and like beautiful singing. Yeah, fucking for sure. There's lots of them that do that well here. But for rock, where you got to be fucking loud and in your face and just pumping it from your balls,
to the wall,
balls to the walls. You can't. There's not a lot of them that can do that here, and that's because it's not supported by the culture. And it's like it's seen as like they don't want to bother people, right? They don't want to inconvenience anyone or be a loud bother to anyone. Whereas I'm from Canada, I don't give a fuck if I bother you. I'm gonna fucking be loud, right? And there's no one. My neighbors in fucking Canada are like fucking enough away, like at least 2 house lengths fucking away from me. I'm from the fucking top of the mountain. No one lives up there, so I can be loud as hell, right? I learned to do my shit in my mom's basement, Marshall stack, singing a foot away from the drywall to get the reverb from the drywall bouncing off, right?
Yeah.
And playing with the amp right next to me over that way, right? And that's how I learned to fucking do it. And that's the only way you're gonna and driving and screaming in your fucking car.
Nobody does that here.
No.
If I'm walking down the street and I'm listening to a podcast and somebody makes a joke and I kind of chuckle, people look at me.
Yeah, man.
In Japan, like they turn around. But if I go,
It's fine.
If I make these horrible noises, nobody bats an eye.
Or like slurp some noodles in the fucking.
Or if I like cough loudly or sneeze loudly, like
Farting's fine.
nobody bats an eye. But the second you go, everyone's like, "Whoa, look at that weirdo!"
Yeah.
It's a totally different place.
Walk into the subway here, like from my house and over this way, because I fucked up and forgot what subway station I was supposed to get off at.
Yes.
But I'm going like, yeah, and I keep on fucking just going up a little bit, yeah, because I got to sing later today, right? So I'm just warming up my fucking vocals, yeah, and then people are just like what the fuck is with this guy? Right? What is he doing? Right?
Yeah.
What a rude, fucking inconsiderate, fucking asshole this guy is. Going next to me.
It's a different place, man.
What kind of a guy does that?
It's a different place.
Yeah,
if you laugh, you're crazy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. If you laugh, you lose, like those YouTube challenges.
I had this girl from Okinawa, and she was staying with me in Canada, and she farted, just like let this fucking beast rip, right? Like one of those like a fucking we're naked and I had a leather couch, right? So she's fucking sitting on the thing and just let it fucking go. And I just laughed. I just started looking. It was fucking funny, right? And she looks at me like, "What? And I was like, that's a ripper of a fart.
Yeah, you farted on a leather couch. I'm supposed to laugh.
Yeah, it's funny,
this is
right?
a joke.
Yeah, and that was apparently really rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Farting on your couch was on a leather couch.
Yeah, she didn't fuck me that day.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, she was fucking really upset because I thought it was really funny and she felt all embarrassed and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
like,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Whereas like fucking, where we're from, it's like a good fart is a laugh well earned.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, if somebody farted on my couch, I would assume they were joking and that we're hoping I would be laughing as a result.
Yeah. That's the thing. Especially if you were butt naked with the fucking good person, right?
You're like, whoa, this girl's got a sense of humor. I'm pretty lucky over here.
I was like, marry me now. I
got a farter.
Fuck yeah, this is a good life.
Yeah, I'm pretty lonely and I don't have any friends. Perfect.
Yeah, sweet. Play trumpet music all day.
Yes. You just sit there and fart.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll take care of everything. There you
go. So we were talking about venues.
Yeah.
And you're saying that when you're playing in Bangkok, that
the funniest names
know,
ever. Dong, Bangkok.
And then it's like other like city names in the Muslim world. Like this place is called Islamabad. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
And you put the goofy smile and
Touching
try
my
not to
nose.
laugh. Right? Like, oh, yeah.
Touching my nose. But when talking about venues, how would you? Because I'm aware of the venues in Japan.
Yeah.
Weird locations, deep in the basements, fucking killer sound systems and lighting that you would expect from 1987.
Yeah.
What about the venues? How would you compare the kind of live house venues that we're doing?
Okay. Tokyo, scale 1 to 10, fucking 9. Fucking awesome stuff for the most part. There are some shithole ones, for sure.
Gamaso.
Yeah, but we don't play there. So, but yeah, there's like it's
Gamaso.
great. Yeah, it's good stuff. Fucking like you said, great amps, great PA. Lights are questionable. That's why it's not a 10. But it's like, good. At least there's lights, right? You can't fit a lot of people in, but then again, it's hard to bring out fucking 200 to 500 fucking people at a live house show, right?
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah.
If there's one venue in town that's one of the most popular because it's free. What the Dickens?
Yeah.
And if you get 50 people in, that's considered pretty good. But you got to do 3 hours and you got to do covers.
Yeah, that's gay. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Right? Like, I'm just, no, I'm not down with that.
Yesterday, everything seems so far away. Blackbird of fly.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Blackbird of fly.
Anyways. So, like, yeah, that was spot on, dude. And then like Bangkok and shit, right? You got like
I love what the Dickens.
I'd say I don't, they're fucking cunts, but I'd say like I think Bangkok's like 6 to 7, right? Because like there's some bars there that do have the good light rig, that do have the good sound. There's one place called the Rock Pub and one place called Immortal, one place called Live Lounge that have good fucking sound systems, decent lights and shit. But you can bring in a shitload more people. Shitload more fucking people. Like fucking 200, 500 people, easily you can cram them in there.
They just go there.
Yeah. Vietnam, it's like you get the most people, but the worst sound system, worst lighting thing. There's no lights. There's like house lights. That's it, right? And then the most bullshit amp you'll ever fucking sing out of. If you have a microphone, if your lips touch it, you'll get electrocuted. So you got to put on the little foamy condom thing and try not to touch the fucking mic as much as possible.
Wow.
You won't be able to hear yourself. That's also why I sing so awesomely now, is because I've had to sing so loud enough and learn to go by, learn how my throat moves and stuff like that, and the amount of air I'm supposed to push, and go by feel like a fucking Jedi rather than use my ears. Because I've had to play in that environment for fucking so long.
That's
and shit.
interesting.
Yeah, man. And like the amps are like, okay, they say Marshall, but it's like some Chinese made solid state piece of shit. And the guy literally just fucking bought an empty Marshall box and put the fucking thing on there. Or like,
It's like a ghetto blaster.
or is there Marshall? And they forgot to put the last L on the fucking thing, right? And like, or a Narshall.
Markle, yeah.
Yeah, Markle, right? And you can tell right away, right? And like the knob, like
China #1 amp.
yeah, exactly, right. And so,
Best price.
and it plays like shit. It fucking sounds like shit. Every amp sounds exactly the fucking same. And it's like bullshit. So like most people, in some places, I play at one place called Avita Bar every Friday. Fucking great owner, European owner and shit. Fucking really good to us and stuff. But they don't have amps. So we go into the PA with 2 pedals. So take a fucking tube screamer and an OCD and plug into the fucking PA, right?
Oh, with a guitar?
Yeah, dude. with a guitar.
That's unheard of.
No, it's fucking gnarly.
If you're
man.
doing acoustic, that's okay.
Yeah.
But if you're doing electric, that's pretty wild.
Oh, if they do acoustic too, that there's no DI box, no compressor, no reverb, right? Just straight into a board, and it sounds like dog shit, right? So it's like we're privileged over here in Japan. It's just that how I've seen the band so far. doing 2 tours here so far and trying to network and communicate and trying to get people to work together to unionize in some way. It's all me. It's
No one's gonna help you.
there's no teamwork.
There's no teamwork.
No.
I used to do more bands and stuff, and even other foreign bands, like they come to your shows to try to ask members of your band to join their band.
Yeah.
So it's like it's even the opposite of teamwork.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like
hey, we're happy to be here to see your show, but really they're just looking to like strip members from your band and get to join their band.
Yeah, that's not a
Like
good
super
thing.
douchey bullshit.
Yeah,
you know?
that's not something you should do.
Yeah, multiple times even.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of that fucking stuff going on. It's they even guys who join your band, right? For like this lineup that we're rocking with YETI actually is everyone.
It's a team effort. Like,
Yeah.
Like I'm all up. I'm in. You know.
It's good, right?
Yeah,
it's like
it's good.
that's good stuff. No one's asking me to like be like, oh, well, you got to pay me to play in your band together, and you have to pay me the ticket sale money as well, and do that. Like that's rough stuff.
No, I didn't want to engage in that. Basically, I haven't been playing a lot this year, and when you asked me to play, I was like, okay, I use it as a motivation tactic. I'm like, this is a good reason to start going to the studio and practicing it, because I moved house, and the nearest studio
Yeah,
was
it's right
not
across
near.
the street, right?
Yeah, my previous one was awesome, but
Yeah.
now, but anyways, so I was like, yeah, I've never asked money. I've never asked other people for money.
Me too, man. It's fucking. You're playing in a band together, right?
Yeah.
I remember the last tour I did, right? With I won't name names for this guy because he's a decent dude, right? But fucking the drummer was trying. You got to pay my expenses to come to Tokyo and do this. And I'm like, and then I laughed at him. on the phone. I was like, no, dude. All right. And he got all offended, didn't speak to me for a day, and then we worked it out, and I paid for his bus fare to come down over this way from Nagoya.
Wow.
Right, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
It is
whatever.
expensive though in Japan though.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure, it is.
Like
for sure.
if I'm gonna be playing in Osaka, I
Yeah.
got to expect $1,000 of expenses.
Yeah, easy, fucking to go and do all that.
Yeah.
But like,
So I don't.
yeah, exactly, right. So just don't fucking do it. So like, same with me, right? It's like if we got to go and do that, I'm not gonna be. If I was like a gun for hire guy, I'd be like, all right, well, fucking let's. If it's gun for hire work, all right, I understand, right?
I know a
Fucking
guy
well-
like that. His name is Mike Barrington, but he is one of the best drummers you'll ever work with, and he'll
Okay.
learn the shit out of your songs.
Yeah.
And he does stadiums, but he will also then do a live show with 30 or 40 people inside of it. Like
Great.
he's a true gun for hire.
Yeah, right.
dude,
He's
you
like
know?
a high fucking dude, though. He's played
Yeah.
stadiums and stuff. Like not some dude who no one fucking knows who's expecting like fucking $3,000 to play some shows with you, right? Like,
But a lot
fuck
of the
off.
time, these guys, they come from like education, like they went to school for drumming, and then they can't make any money, and then the only time they can use their fucking education is to do shit for free.
Yeah. Well, whose fucking fault was that? Right?
Yeah, I've never taken a drum lesson.
No, I've never taken a singing lesson or a guitar lesson. I took one guitar lesson.
Yeah.
So I went like in way back when, and that was just to get the pentatonic scale written on a fucking thing and like what E minor was. That's pretty much it.
And now you play rock and roll.
Yeah, man, that's all you need. Here is E, A, and G, and the pentatonic scale.
That's right.
Good luck, my son.
This is really the most promising box of tools anyone can ever hope to give you.
This is all you get.
Yeah. But what about 7/8 timing? Listen, no.
Yeah.
Just no.
Just get the fuck out of here. I gave you what you needed, right?
Yeah.
Don't ask for any more. Don't be greedy. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
When given the portal to heaven, don't look at the UFOs.
There you go. There you go. That was some deep shit.
Lastly, before we take a break here, you were talking about you're good at marketing. I'm like most artists, I'm terrible at self-marketing.
Mm-hmm.
What is your advice for marketing?
Takes money to do something, man.
Yeah, so expand on that. So how do you commit, and what do you invest your money in? Because marketing traditionally might have been like going to the printer studio, printing off 5,800 posters and attaching them to poles. I remember doing
In 2000? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
doing that in 2000.
Yeah,
And
19
it was
years
actually
ago? Fuck
really
yeah.
fun because you would drive around town and you'd see your band's posters. Or
Yeah.
You'd see another band's poster and go, oh, those fuckers are playing. Okay, we got to do more shows, assholes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was fuck yeah, for definitely. That was the way to do shit.
Yeah. But now...
And you used to be able to hand out flyers. You used to be able to do all that fucking stuff. You used to drop your demo disc off at every radio, every college radio, and it was a
Sure.
big deal back then to be
Yeah.
on the radio.
And you didn't need a professionally produced, wrapped CD with cover art and all that. It could have just been like burned off your computer.
You put it on a fucking cassette and send it in and stuff
Yeah.
like that back then, man. That was the way.
So,
But
now-
how you do it now is it's pretty much there's two ways. Cheapest, most affordable way that I do it is through social media. The other way is paid marketing and pay a company to go and fucking put your shit on Google things and all that stuff, and make sure that your band comes up first on YouTube if you type in your band name, things like that. I forgot the word right now, but like that kind of stuff. But pretty much if you just use Instagram and Facebook, that'll do a significant amount of shit. What I mean by that is like you boost the post, things like that.
Boost on Instagram?
Both.
Boost on Facebook?
Boost on Facebook and boost on Instagram.
I got banned on Facebook. I got shadow banned. They refused to let me boost my podcast. They said that the imagery had nude adult content on it.
Of course it does.
No, it was me and you sitting down in a room fully clothed. So I was not able to advertise.
No, some people are off. Oh, there's a conspiracy with that too. Some people are just reporting shit who don't like you or don't want your shit up there.
That's
right.
right.
There's that like that thing
I will
with
never stop.
like that thing with More Than Music. So this fucking guys from More Than Music got on here, and someone's been telling them that Yeti damaged things last tour. And did all these things, and I tried to clear it up with the guy, but it's fucking April or Shota. It's one of those guys, dude.
Okay, well we're gonna come back to that.
Right.
But let's
marketing real quick.
Marketing
Real quick. So fucking cheapest way to fucking do it, right? There's groups, right? So you add all the fucking groups that you can from your Facebook personal page, right? Add as many friends as you possibly can in the general areas that you are trying to make money in. So, for example, if I have shows in Tokyo, I need to add people from Tokyo in these groups. I don't just add any idiot from fucking Tokyo. So I go into the fucking thing. I put up my posts in the groups. I monitor the groups, see who's liking things. I add those people. I talk to them. I make some kind of relationship with them. Tell them that we're coming to Tokyo. Hey, if you're in a band too, maybe we can play together. Please support my band. I'll support your band, right? And even though 99% of the time they will not fucking come help you back, you still fucking keep doing it. You still fucking press like and shit on their stuff. You still comment.
takes
you still
very
share.
little to like something.
Takes very little to like something, but it's people are pricks nowadays. So then you do it like that, and then you have a slight idea of what works and what doesn't work. So from that, over let's say 2 weeks of fucking promoting for free and shit on those groups, take the best 2 or 3 promotions that you did, put it on your band page, fucking then boost that post. And then narrow down the fucking search and stuff, right? If it's
narrow down the search.
Yeah, if it's trying to just get like as many views or clicks on the fucking thing as possible, then you don't narrow it down, right? But if it's like bringing people out to a show, playing in Tokyo, playing in Shinjuku, narrow it the fuck down to Shinjuku, right? As much as you possibly can. Boost that fucking post. Do the same thing on Instagram, hashtag Tokyo, Shinjuku, Japan, right? And then keep on. Don't just put it up once on Instagram. You got to fucking do it. If you can do it like 30 times a day, it'll go up. I stayed up until 6 a.m. last night doing this shit on Instagram. I have 100 likes on all my fucking things now on my top 10 posts, right?
Okay.
So just go over and over and over again, right? And then fucking put 10 up, put hashtag, take it down, put it up, take it down. Same thing.
You
over and
delete
over.
the post?
Yep. Over and over and over again. And then that'll work. And after that, what you do is you go to a fucking...
Why do you delete the post?
just because you'll have like a billion posts on your fucking thing otherwise, right?
Okay.
So you don't want to repeat the same thing so people scroll down and look at it. It's still a cover page no matter what you do with it, right? So then you go to a fucking boosting company. There's fucking shitloads of them that'll boost your fucking most popular shit for like fucking a buck, right? So just throw in $1 for every fucking big thing. So I usually take $10 towards Instagram, $10 towards Facebook once a week, and then that's literally the price of coffee for a fucking week.
Yeah, that's super cheap. Yeah.
So like that's your shit, and like once you do that, you start gaining momentum and stuff like that. You'll see a return on that from people who come to your show.
Wow.
A fucking in Tokyo, the fucking price of a ticket is $25 to $30 fucking dollars. So you have enough money doing a tour here to put in $25 fucking dollars like a week. You'll see the return on that fucking stuff.
That's interesting. So narrow down where you're playing, advertise to that area.
Yeah.
And then when you're saying that you boost a post, so one thing you said you post something and then you take it down, but do you boost the thing that you're taking down?
Okay, so you've taken it down, you've boosted it several fucking times, right?
Like $1.
No. Don't boost what you're taking down. Don't put money into anything until it's like you're seeing more traffic go towards your page and that post. Delete the post, put it on, boost it. Then, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So don't just piss money away, right? Just don't just
So boost the thing that you're gonna keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then do that. That's just how I do it. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all proven strategy, but it works for me.
That's really interesting because sometimes people will like try to boost a post and they'll be like, well, maybe I'll get some people from Poland to like it, even though you're playing in Vietnam, right? But you're saying don't do that. Put everything into a highly specified region.
Yeah. It's like postering, dude. It's like postering back in the day, right? You're not going to poster a city over if your gig is in this city, right?
The same theory applies.
Yeah.
It's just the same marketing theories, just on a different platform.
Yeah, on a digitalized thing. And then the other way of doing it is like fucking you pay just some big company a huge amount of money. Well, not a huge amount of money, but a couple $1,000s, and then your shit will be all over the place.
So you spend about $50 a month promoting.
That's $100.
$100. So you spend $100 a month, and what is the return? Do you think on that?
Well, I make $200 a night a gig back in Saigon, so it's like it's easy. Just take a little
expense. It's an expected
take
expense.
a little bit, put it into there, right? And then you have to make sure you're going with right companies too. Fiverr works really good too, but fucking source everybody out and make sure you're not getting a whole bunch of bot likes and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get that's like in one way that's cool, right? Because like I've used a bunch of different companies, right? But if you get bot likes from one fucking place, your post still does go get more attention from real people because it comes with the algorithm. It comes up through the fucking thing. I'm not a technical person. I'm just using fucking words I've heard before.
Sure.
So, but the more people that click on it, whether they're real or not, fucking more real people will see that fucking post. So it's a numbers game, right? The more people who click on this, the more people will see it. The more people who see it, more people will come to your show. If you're doing it just for the fucking show thing. If you're just doing it for fucking YouTube to fucking get growth and stuff, that's totally different. That's just like fucking share, advertise, don't narrow it down, fucking put it out. Who gives a fuck if the guy's in Poland, right? And I'm in Japan, right? Fucking clicking like on my shit. That's all I want, right?
Right.
That's more like a broad net that you fucking throw out and stuff. Yeah. Then there's like begging people to share or like or comment on your stuff who are fans already. People who click on your stuff every day on your personal profile or your band page, right? Those guys are actually somewhat fans. There's more of a chance that guy is going to write something or share on his fucking page and stuff to bring you more guys like him. And if you get fucking more and more people doing that, it's a snowball effect, dude, right? The more people who do it, the more people you bring in and stuff. And it works slowly like that. Unfortunately, that's how it works now. And it's
not our fault.
No, it's not, right? It's like it was way more simple before, dude. When I was 16, And I was playing in bars. And like when I first started doing shit, there was no YouTube. There was no Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, there's no smartphones or anything.
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone, dude. I didn't have a
neither.
cell phone until after college.
Me neither. Having a cell phone was considered to being like a sellout.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, Mr. Cell Phone.
Yeah,
you have
nerd.
You have to call everyone all the time? Huh? Who are you?
Yeah. Oh, mom's checking in on Billy. He has to have a cell phone.
Who's that, your mom calling?
Yeah, exactly, right? And, like that's just how it was. Like I was we did posters, we did flyers and shit, but it was a lot of it was like if your band sucked, you just sucked. You couldn't fucking play live.
You wouldn't
right?
be invited back.
Yeah, you would have to do auditions. You have to do all this other stuff. Nowadays, you can suck, and as long as you have fucking 1,000 people on your band page,
Yeah.
and 20 of those people are showing up and stuff for your show, then you're fine. You can fucking make a living playing music in certain places.
Interesting.
Some places.
Well, that's interesting. Well, thank you for talking about the marketing, because a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know how to market themselves.
That's just like a little bit of it, man. There's way better guys who know stuff about this. If you YouTube Damian Keys on YouTube, English bass player fellow who teaches this fucking stuff professionally, his channel is great for learning about marketing your band, how to release singles, how to fucking hype your
What was that
stuff.
name again?
Damian Keys.
Keyes?
Yes.
Okay, Damian Keys. Make sure to check it out.
Yeah, excellent fucking marketing fucking thing. I've learned a fair amount in the last year from watching all his shit.
Yeah, I really don't like marketing. I hate advertising.
Me
But
too,
what's
it's terrible.
interesting about it is that it's if you look at it in terms of psychology, it kind of becomes interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break.
Cool.
And then we'll come back.
Excellent.
So we just watched that video of a North Korean piece of shit ship,
Yeah. Tried to ram the Japanese ship.
self-defense forces ship.
Yep, that was pretty dumb.
Yeah, it sank really quickly.
Yeah.
What a bunch
13
of
minutes.
losers.
Dumb motherfuckers.
Imagine being North Korean.
I don't know. I don't know if I could be that fucking dumb.
All right. We were finishing off talking about marketing, and then you were talking about like more than music.
Yeah,
I had Justin on the show a couple of months ago. He seemed like a really solid guy.
Cool.
What was up? What went wrong?
So I messaged him, and he told me that he checked our references, and most of them were fine. But there was some people. Apparently, he said there was a complaint that YETI destroyed equipment, which is not true. And I asked Justin or the other guy that works with him to show me the damage report or anything like that. Never showed me anything. So I was like, all right, so that's that. And I believe all of this stems from the woman who I stupidly paid to help us last tour. April something.
Okay.
Yeah. That chick, who's most likely bitter because I'm not paying her for this tour, and I'm started to just start my own booking company, which is going to sink hers
Gossip.
over this way. Most likely, right? And there was also this other dude, Shota Hugawaisa, or whatever the fuck his name is, right? Some bass player dude who tried to threaten me by saying that he was going to sue me because we didn't make enough money on tour. And then I said, you don't have a case. And then he tried to, and I showed him a Facebook conversation that we had and emails that we had that actually proved that I told him we might not make enough money to cover our expenses on this next tour because their first time in Japan. And it shows him agreeing to it. and I will happily screenshot it and post it on Facebook anytime. I kept it for
That's
a
the good
reason.
thing about this technology.
Yeah, that's
is
the
you can
best part of
you,
it.
you don't need a lawyer to refer back to it.
No,
It's just
no.
in your fucking pocket.
Yeah, definitely. So he tried to scare me, and I sent that to him, and then he cowered. And then
Knuckled.
he pretended to have cancer, put up a GoFundMe on Facebook, said that he had brain cancer, got people to pay him money, a large substantial amount of money, to go back to Germany, and magically, after a couple of months, he magically recovered from brain cancer.
Those GoFundMes are great for scam artists.
Yeah, so that's a scam.
And the CIA.
Yep, so, and clearly April took the side of that man, as well as the drummer who I know in Nagoya, who took the side of that man as well in this situation, with how they were expecting it somehow comes out on me, not the booker, to take care of everything and make sure that we make a lot of money. When in fact, I think that it has to do with everyone involved, right? Should be everyone involved trying to raise ticket sales if money is the main concern. And with our group that we currently have, we're not really concerned about money. We're concerned about having a good time raising the profile so we can keep on going, doing this for years on end.
That's kind of how I got it as well. And maybe get some good media out of it, or some good live recordings or something like that.
Yeah, a well-deserved blowjob after a long day, right? You know, something like that.
I remember the last time you were on, you were even saying, like, Japan is really good for getting live recordings and stuff like that.
Oh, it's great for that, man.
The sound engineering quality is so high. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking what we were doing more so.
You take the recording, you throw it in post, and you do, raise the bass up a little bit, bring down the fucking really trebly shit that comes through the camera, and then that's a pretty sweet recording.
Yeah.
No.
So that's so then did you manage to get any gigs through More Than Music, or
No.
do
No,
they shut you down?
Fuck no.
That's too bad.
We don't. Here's the thing, okay? To be completely honest with everyone who's listening and anyone who wants to talk to me about this fucking stuff, a foreign booker in a country that they're not born in is fucking pointless. You can do it yourself. I tell this to people who want to work with me. I tell them this straight up, like, you can do this yourself, but if you can't, then I will do it for you, but it's going to cost you this much money.
Sure.
Right? And I've shown people how to do this. It's like you need a good YouTube, a good Facebook page, and you have to be able to write a business letter. That's it.
That's, you know what, and I have not. I really don't try to build up any of my social media. It's kind of my failing, I guess. But I noticed that a lot of people are like, well, what are their numbers on social media like? They ask that more so than like, what are their records? What type of TV shows have they been on? It's all about social.
Yeah, it's all about that fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
So like that good video that looks impressive, a good commercial basically is all it is, right? And will you show up on time and stuff? Will you be able to fucking do this? You give your word and you write a good fucking business letter. That's all you need to go and to apply to anywhere in the fucking world to play. Anywhere in the fucking world. I've played in 8 different fucking countries, not only in Asia. I booked all of those shows myself. And I've gotten better gigs from doing it myself than I have ever from paying for it. Ever. So you don't need to fucking do that. You don't need to go with More Than Music. You don't need to go and pay April. You don't need to do any of this shit. You can just do it your fucking self. You can save your money, take that money and put it into your marketing. Or take that money, put it into your next album or your next video or something like that. Or buy some hookers. These are all way more productive. Way more productive than paying some jackass to essentially write a business letter for you and email people. This is what you do. You have the YouTube, the Facebook, let's say some nice pictures too. Let's say go all the way. Fucking take some nice pictures, right? And the business letter. If you need it translated in Japanese, get it translated in Japanese. You're playing in Spain, get it translated into Spanish. German, right? Don't be stupid. Fucking if you're playing in an English place, you don't need to fucking do that, right? So take that. Google. I can do it right now on fucking my phone. Okay, I'll pick up my phone. Google right here, right? Tokyo music venue. Okay? Live music venue, Tokyo.
Exactly.
And all of these will come up
on the maps.
Yeah, Baja's is right on the top right here. We're playing there on October 24. Come please enjoy. 8 p.m.
It's gonna rock. It's gonna be fun,
Gonna be
man.
fucking tight. Fucking sound check at 6 p.m. You can come hang out with the band early, have some drinks. We're on stage at 8 p.m. It's gonna be fucking tight. So fucking watch Matt Bigelow, Male Gigolo, master of the fucking pocket drums on the drums, and we will fucking kick some serious motherfucking ass, man. But all you gotta do is you find the place on Google. You click on that website, find the email, click on that. Copy and paste the email onto your fucking email and send them the fucking links and the fucking business letter. Like, how hard is that?
It's so easy.
Why are you paying other people who just end up talking shit about you to fucking do that?
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
Everything you say, I agree with right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. So where are we going to be playing? We're going to be playing at Bauhaus. This is late October 2019. So I believe we're also doing a Halloween show.
We are doing a Halloween show.
Halloween in Japan is nuts. It's the craziest time to go out. When I got here, it was nothing. And then it gradually just stepped up and up and up. And I've done 2 or 3 Halloween gigs in the past 5 or 6 years. Each time gets fucking crazier than the last time. And sometimes in some areas of like Shibuya, you can barely even move. There's so many short skirts walking around.
It's
with
a good
netting
time.
And
it's a
things
very,
like
very
that.
good
mid
time.
riffs. Yeah. So other than the Halloween show, like there's some shows in between that, right?
We're playing Baja's on the 24th. Then we're doing a small show at Dom Studio on the 26th. We're going to get a really cool video thing from there.
I've done Dom before.
Sick.
That's with Johnny. I used to do podcasts with him.
Sick.
Well, we should be okay. I'm going to say hi to Johnny. I'm going to repair my
What's
relationship
up, Johnny?
with him. Yeah.
UFO Club is on the 28th.
Oh, that's in Koenji.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've always wanted to play UFO Club. Never
Sick.
have.
And then Anti-Knock on the 29th, which is
I'm getting excited about my own shows.
awesome. Cats, I'm way more jaded, man. I don't give a fuck about anything anymore. Cat's Hole is on the 30th. That's going to be a really big show. Halloween night at 20,000 volts Danatsu, and Live Freak on November 1st, and that is the finale for Rock with the Beast 1. And then we will be returning in February to go and fucking do this again, and it should be fucking even more kick-ass.
Just keep it rolling, my friend.
Yeah, and then we'll do what we can do. And yeah, so again, that's fucking Baja's on the 24th, Dom Studio on the 26th, UFO Club on the 28th, Anti-Knock on the 29th, Cat's Hole on the 30th, 20,000 volts Natsu on Halloween night, and Live Freak on November 1st as the big finale. You can go check this out on our Instagram at Yeti Rock Band, Facebook.com/Yeti Jams, big website, YetiRocks.com. We are Yeti. Just type it into YouTube. Go check that fucking stuff out. Matt Bigelow, Male Gigolo, master of the pocket drums on the fucking drums.
Speaking of that, we got to go rehearse.
We got to go rehearse. So we'll thank you very much for having me again on the fucking show, bro.
Yeah, let's do it again in February.
Fucking A.
Fucking yeah. Cheers, bud.
Word.
Falcon possible.
アイドホのことは知らないけどアイドホポテトは食べるよみんな食べるからねアイドホ行ったら国立公園で月のクレーター見るんだみんな見てるからねボイシーの近くで何か食べに行こうみんな食べるからねみんな食べるからねホーチミンで会った女の子名前はセブンお気に入りの数字は11僕はいい気分セブンイレブンいい気分チャンビールチャンビールタイのチャンビールちゃんと酔っ払ったよみんな酔っ払おうからねそれであゆたや雪のチケット買って歩き回っても酔っ払ってたよみんな見てたけどねメコンカロイに立って歴史の長さに感動だみんな気にしないけどねみんな気にしないけどね ホチミンで会った女の子名前はセブンお気に入りの数字は11僕はいい気分セブンイレブンいい気分僕の目をまっすぐ見て南に行こう南に行こう僕の目をまっすぐ見て国境の南に行こう国境の南に行こうみんないないところはいいねビゲローと同じビゲロー晩の宇宙バンガローに一部屋プリーズみんな行きたいでしょプロショの宇宙飛行士とスペースウォーカーパーティーだみんな飲みたいでしょ僕は持ってて物質で地球を見たら地図で見たのと全然違うよみんなびっくりだよねねみんなびっくり
Falcon passport.